In my last video, I talked about creativity and how important novelty was to creativity. I also mentioned that a key strategy to help you be more creative is to be able to control criticism. In this video, I'll describe a way to allow you to do that. From my own experience of running creativity training across a wide range of people, perhaps the most influential and simple method I've found to help people control their criticism is that of Robert Dilts's creativity strategy. Dilts's creativity strategy is a model that can be applied to a variety of situations. For our purposes, its value is in how it gives an insight into the stumbling blocks that many people have when they want to be creative. The creativity strategy Dilts developed is made of three distinct phases: dreamer, realist, critic. In the live lecture that follows this video, I'll describe each of these phases in detail, but for now, most people have an intuitive sense of what these words mean when they hear them. So think about those words for a moment and what each of those words already means to you: dreamer, realist, critic. For creativity to happen, each phase occurs in a specific sequence. The ideas generated in the dreamer phase will be given to the realist. The realist will give their ideas to the critic, who gives them back to the dreamer. In effect, there's a cycle through each of these phases, and the direction of that cycle is very important. Although each phase is isolated and distinct, dreamer, realist, critic, I'd like to stress the importance of their dependence on each other. No one phase overall is more important than another. For example, creativity isn't all about being dreamer. Keep that in mind. Knowing this allows your inner critic to relax. To be creative, you need to be critical. We just need that critical phase to happen at a particular point in your creative process. The key point I want you to focus on is this: the number one way to destroy your creative potential is to go from dreamer phase to critic phase in one go. If you do that, you will sabotage most of your creative potential to have novel ideas. The strategy not to go from dreamer to critic without going through realist is fundamental to creativity. In the live lecture, I'm going to explore this in much more detail and persuade you to embrace this creativity strategy. But for now, the next time you catch yourself having a novel idea, hold back on seeing the problems and focus instead on how you might make it work. Do that, and you're going to find yourself having many more novel ideas. And some of those novel ideas are going to be useful. And when that happens, you've begun to master creative problem solving.